Hello everybody, welcome back. Many of us love the Nobby Nic as a super versatile trail tire, and these days we have good reasons to celebrate. Schwalbe introduced the third generation of this in the new casing with new thread pattern in a tire that's supposed to be even better than before. Let's check this out. If a couple of years back Schwalbe introduced their new ADDIX compounds and you see the four options here on the sleeve, in 2020 they introduced these superheroes. Yes, these are cartoon characters, but they actually symbolize the 5 different casings that they offer now with their tires. And if you look at their documentation, you're gonna find these ones here: the super downhill, super gravity, super trail, super ground, and finally the super race. A tire like Nobby Nic only exists in the super trail or the super ground casing, as you see here on their website. The tire that we're going to look at is the super ground casing. This is pretty much the equivalent of the snakeskin TLE or tubeless ready in the Evolution line, just like before. And yes, these are the same ADDIX compounds of rubber. I picked the super ground as the lighter casing between the two. Should be good enough for trail riding, but not that good for aggressive trail riding. And when it comes to compounds, I picked the Speed Grip, which is the harder compound of the two, the other one being the ADDIX Soft. Love it or hate it, the tire has that color line that tells you what compound is used. And in the box, the only thing you're gonna find is this little leaflet telling you how to turn their tires tubeless. And just like all their other tires, the ETRTO is specified here, 60 being the millimeters width of the tire when inflated. That is for this 29er 235. The older Nobby Nic had these badges telling you the specifications of the tire. The new design uses the lines where you can see the type of casing that's being used. This is the Evolution line that's tubeless ready. And yes, you still have that little color badge telling you the compound. Again, some people really love this, some people really hate it, but there's not much to do about it. And just like the old thread pattern, this is directional, and you're gonna have the direction arrow here on the sidewall. You're gonna have this on both sides. As for the sidewall, this is supposed to be the snakeskin, the good old snakeskin, tubeless ready equivalent. And it does feel that way. It's not super plasticky like I've seen with other tires. It seems quite supple, and that's one of the characteristics of this new carcass or casing, the suppleness of the tire. Tire size is mentioned here on both sidewalls, and you're gonna see the maximum pressure as well. And if you want your tire to be the actual size mentioned here, you are supposed to inflate your tire to that maximum PSI and leave it at least overnight, even though you're not gonna ride it at 50 PSIs afterwards. Schwalbe admits that these new tires are slightly heavier than the old ones. The spec for this tire is supposed to be 890 grams. Well, surprise, surprise, look at that. 980, so that's 90 grams overweight. As for the second tire, this one is, again, 980 grams. So you know what? At least they are consistent. But these are not light tires by any means. If you were to go for the Super Trail compound, that adds another 150 grams to it. So holy moly, that is downhill tire territory. I'm going to take a closer look at the thread pattern when I get it compared to the old Nobby Nic, but let's get this installed on a rim first. And for that, I'm going to use my Duke wheels that I reviewed recently. If you haven't seen them, check them on my channel. This is a 29.5 millimeter ID rim, and the height of this rim is 20 millimeters. Alright, I didn't have the balls to put more than 45 PSIs in this. It was fairly easy to install. I didn't use the tire lever at all. Right off the bat, I can tell you that this new thread pattern looks very aggressive and it feels very aggressive. I mean, look at those side knobs, how big they are. And here it is next to the old design. Both new and old design have 4 types of knobbies here in the middle. You have 1, 2, 3, and 4 here on the old tire. You have 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then it repeats again. 1, 2, 3, and 4. The cornering knobs are of two types on both tires. However, for the new tires, they are grouped in pairs of two. The design is similar, but the new ones are bigger. Just like in the past, the leading edge of these knobs are not tapered. However, they do form a solid block for the tire to roll on. You do have added braking surface here, as you see, compared to the old tire. Cornering knobs are sticking out a little bit more than the casing. I hope you guys can see from this view. And the edge-to-edge dimension of this tire is 59.2 millimeters, which is 2.33 inches. Height of the casing is 72.6 millimeters. Remember, you have a 20 millimeter height rim. And height of the tire, including center knobs, is 76.6 millimeters. So that makes these center knobs to be about 4 millimeter tall. In comparison, those cornering knobs are almost 6 millimeters tall. So 4 millimeters all the way to 6 millimeter tall. And that is about 1 millimeter taller cornering knobs on this new tire profile. Also, you see the sipes throughout all the knobbies over here that allows them to deform to give you more traction on various terrain. They also claim that this tire will shed mud better. The old tire seems to have nice openings between the knobs as well, but hey, they did the testing. I didn't have the chance to ride this whatsoever. The same nice and round profile can be found on these tires. You see the new versus the old. Old one is installed on a 26 millimeter ID rim. This one is on an almost 30 millimeter ID rim. You do have that little channel here between the rolling center and the cornering knobs, just to give you better traction when cornering aggressively. In case you're wondering about the casing, this tire was perfect straight out of the box. There was no wobble or any issues that I can talk about. So quite a few changes on this tire compared to the good old Nobby Nic, and if it wasn't for the extra weight or the overweight of this Nobby Nic versus the spec, I would wholeheartedly recommend it as a good replacement for the old Nobby Nic. And what about you folks? Do you use Nobby Nic? Have you ever liked them? I'm looking forward to using this as a trail tire, but let me know if you have any questions for now. If you found this video useful, don't forget to like and subscribe. That really helps my channel. And until next time, I really hope to see you folks on the trails. Cheers, guys. Cheers.